Good morning, this is Alex Brodley from Anything Geeky Reviewed. I thought I'd give you something a bit different today. We're going to look at a combat beta for Predestination. Now, for those of you that don't know what Predestination is, it's a game, a 4X space game that was kick-started not long ago. They've made some pretty good progress, and I thought, well, this is going to be my first look at the combat beta, so I thought I'd record it for you guys and give you a quick glimpse. Now, there's only one battle that's open at the moment. I don't know whether once you complete this you get access to the other three, but let's have a look. Now, from what I remember, the Kickstarter, Predestination was mainly trying to focus around expanding the 4X genre a bit more. Instead of just having kind of static combat and rather boring colonisation, they're actually trying to bring something more innovative into the genre, which looks good. The next video I'm going to be showing just after this one is actually going to be the colonisation beta, because that just came out a couple of days ago. This has been out a couple of weeks and I just haven't had the chance to get into it yet. Yeah, they'll be both videos will be up, and I'll put a link into each video for the other. Okay, so it'll be part 1, part 2, and I think there is a third beta that's coming up soon, which is going to show a bit more of the game, and I'll probably do a part 3 for that. Okay, so this is the combat. The tool will guide you through the combat. Okay, so it's a grid-based combat. Ooh, some big ass ships here, and you can see the enemy up on this side in the red. The light hex, the lighter than the black hex, is the movement squares. Now you just move like a turn-based game. Got movement, yep. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so you can select each weapon individually. It's the health points, and these are the extra buttons. You know, when you want to just get to the tutorial and get straight into it, you know, just keeps you waiting. But at least they explain quite a lot about each kind of pane, which some 4X games have been known not to do, which is why they can have quite steep learning curves. Okay, do that. Yeah, these guys are really big on feedback. They really want to know what us, the gamer, likes about the games, and basically to say it, because at the end of the day they can't keep improving their games and making them what we want to make them without us saying something about whether we enjoy the game or not. It's going to take, see if we can, there we go, hit enter. Let's move these guys into position. It may take a couple of turns to actually get into range. So it looks like different ships have different turns. You don't just have your turn and move everything. I think it's the size, so the smaller ships get to go first on your side and the enemy, which is a good idea. It's got a bit longer range, but a bit more, what do you call it? Straight, rather than much more wider angle of combat. This is the big boy. See, they're going to move theirs. Also, with the combat in this game, they are hopefully going to implement some extra features like asteroids in a way. You've got a kind of hit and dodge chance between weapons, and they're also going to be adding nebulas. Now, I know a few months ago, I think they did a lot of asking on the forums for the game to inquire about what kind of weapons we wanted, whether we wanted some new missiles, some new kind of weapons that we'd never really had before. And reading the forums there were some really good ideas, so as far as I know they are going to take some of those ideas up. Now, I'm not really going to go into this with much strategy because I don't quite know how well it's going to play, but I am going to try and group my guys together. Gives me a good decent chance of staying alive. Hoping I get to move my middle ships and I'll get a nice shot off before they reach. So let's see. Oh, not quite. It was close. Maybe the next turn when combat actually occurs. man. And like I said, this is the beta, so I don't expect a finished combat system, but I mean, just the combat, the movement seems pretty slick so far. I don't think there's much effect with that, just simply a laser beam. Let's see if we can concentrate on one ship, shall we? Can you reach that? Ooh, not quite. Oh well, looks like they're going to get to fight back. Oh, these guys use different weapons, looks like match drivers of some kind. Yeah, time to pay them back a visit, I think. They do a bit more damage depending on the bigger ships, I presume they've got a lot more power behind them. Let's move you up a bit further. Not quite sure whether range changes the amount of damage that you do. That's a bit of a tricky one. These bigger ships certainly have a lot more trouble targeting the enemy because they only really have forward blasters. I would be interested to find out whether you can fit turret units to a ship. It would be very useful if you could. I'd like to move that way and then hopefully up a bit, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to get that line and now I can't target. Wonderful. Let's see what he does with his big ships. Ouch. Just lost one of my ships. Let's see if we can take down his scouts, shall we? Yeah, they're using magnetic railguns, of course. Let's see. Shall we? There we go. Looks like a good boom, is there? Good sound effects so far. I'm pretty sure this big guy can take the smaller ship. I like the idea that the debris stays behind, that's quite cool. Whether it has any kind of detrimental effect on your ship or not, well, we'll see. Let's see if we can get better. See, with the weird firing angle, it's difficult to actually get a good shot on anybody. Yeah, not the range. I think his mass driver seems to have a lot better range than mine do. Which is not good. I think leave that up to him, I suppose. Let's see if we can get you. Yeah. It looks like we can target different sections of the ship. Whether each section has its own shielding and armour. So the stats seem to go off the screen down here at the bottom. But each section does seem to have some kind of shield and armour section. Whether in the future we can change power to each section will be interesting to find out. It's definitely not range, is it? Now. His turn to pulverise me a little bit. What's your weapon range on this? So we really do have to face someone there. Yeah, I'll leave the little ship for now. See if we can take these bigger ones. See if we can hide in the wreckage, because that'll do me any good, I don't know. Oh, I think I've caused some kind of damage there. Get you out of their firing arc. If they've got a similar firing arc to me, that is. Maybe that little one wasn't so helpless after all. Well, I have to say, the combat doesn't take much to annihilate your enemy. I'm used to a lot more damage having to be inflicted on certain ships. Anybody's played Nexus Jupiter Incident, you know what I mean? Some of those battles can drag on for quite a while, which is one of the good reasons about the game, that is. So, let's see if we can... Yeah, we can't take him out. Nice shot. Certainly these smaller ships have a better chance of dodging attacks by the looks of it. This is going to be a slightly longer video because of the combat, but if you guys would prefer me to cut down some of these videos in the future so they're a bit shorter, please let me know. Otherwise I'll just try and show you as much as I can. Now, I would like it if that kind of did some damage to the local ship, so if you did get too close to your allies, it was kind of like a forewarning. So because really, if an explosion is going to happen and your ship's right next to it, you are going to get some side effect off that, and it's not going to be a good side effect. Yeah, I think we're just down to the one now. I do like the debris, it certainly gives an effect to the battlefield. Turn around with this baby, am I? Oh. I do like that. Bigger ships take a lot more to actually turn around. Okay, so it looks like you can salvage each and every ship and you find scrap or some coinage. That's a good idea. Whether 6 metal is actually valuable in the game terms is unknown until we actually get into the other side. So you do have orbital defense. I think I'll leave it at that. It pretty much showed you the basics for the combat. If you guys do want me to go through the rest of these and video record them for you, because I know some of you don't have access to the beta. If you didn't back it during the Kickstarter, then you probably won't have access just yet. But at the moment these are just simple betas to show off each section of the game. What I'll do now is I'll record you guys the colonisation video and do my first impressions on that as well, so you've got a bit of a look at both sides so far. So from Alex Bradley and Anything Geeky Reviewed, it is good night.